Hey people, what's going on? What's going on? It's the infamous Chris Thompson. I am one half of that dynamic duo that puts on the Phoenician Classic, which is happening September 4th, 2021. I got 2021 right this time. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Got it right. Give me a second here. I got some new peepers here. Well, some loner peepers, I should say. I am getting my other glasses. Getting my other glasses. Some new lenses in my other frames in my other glasses. So I had to go to the drugstore, get me some little readers here so that way I can see what's going on. Disabled powerlifter Keith, what's going on, boss? Glad you checked in. Man, just giving you guys a quick update. What's going on with the Phoenician Classic, man? I'm glad you asked. Glad you asked, my man. So as soon as I get my peepers on, I can actually see the computer screen. I know I don't look that old, but I actually am. Eyes do not work the same anymore. So man, leading up to the Phoenician Classic, we've got a couple of great shows on the radar. A couple of great shows on the radar leading up to the Phoenician Classic. Two great shows in July. One in the Northwest, one in the Southwest. Northwest, we got the Cecil Phillips Classic going down in Eugene, Oregon on July 24th. Also in San Diego, California, we got the SoCal Uproar going down July 24th. I will be in attendance at the SoCal Uproar. If you ever want to meet me in person, that's where I will be. Three great shows going on in August before the Phoenician Classic. Now, I'm just talking about shows that's, Inbf, WMBF, that's on the West Coast, that's happening before the Phoenician Classic, because this year's Phoenician Classic is a pro-am show. What does that mean? Man, simply this. We got pro bikini, pro men's physique, all right? So if you're looking for an opportunity to turn pro, there's some great shows on the West Coast that you can compete in. Compete for your pro card. Man, turn pro in bikini or men's physique. Booyah. Compete as a pro at Phoenician Classic, all right? Compete as a pro at Phoenician Classic. So these three great shows that's going down before the Phoenician Classic, three great shows. August 7th, Inbf Oklahoma City Classic going on in Oklahoma City. That's August 7th. August 21st, Inbf Natural Central Valley Championship going down in Fresno, California. I will be in attendance at the Fresno show in Fresno, California. And the last show before the Phoenician Classic on the West Coast is August 28th, Inbf South Central USA, going down in Dallas, Texas. Now, those are some great shows on the West Coast. Now, to get a full listing of all the shows, please go to www.warnaturalbb.com, and that will give you a full listing of all the Inbf, WMBF shows that's on the ticket this year, all right? So there's more shows that you can turn pro at, that's on the East Coast and Midwest, that you can actually turn pro at before hitting up the Phoenician Classic. But I just wanted to talk about the ones that's on the West, because I figure I'm in that Northwest, I'm in that southwestern part of the United States, and those will be shows that's kind of close by within plane, train, or driving distance, okay? So that's why I wanted to cover those bad boys. Man, if you guys got any questions, fire away. Please do not hesitate. If you got questions, fire away. I'll be more than happy to answer any question you may have. If you want to come on live with me, just type in "go live" in the comments, and I will bring you on live, and we just sit down and have a chit chat, man. Best thing in the world is to do to conversate with somebody instead of conversating with yourself. So just want to get, also, before I dive into this really heavy and really deep, I want to give a huge shout out to Pro Blend. Pro Blend has been one of the vendors that's been a part of the Phoenician Classic for about 2 years. I think they came aboard in 2018 and in 2019. Man, they've been like the staple behind us for 2 years to help with getting the athletes protein samples in their athlete bags. So man, I really appreciate those guys. Those guys actually came through and gonna provide some more. They're gonna provide some more protein samples for the athletes bags this year. What's going on, Rich Cummings? What's going on, Rich? Man, Rich, my brother Rich. What's going on? My man Rich just popped in here real quick. Rich is actually one of the judges at the Phoenician Classic. He don't know it yet, but he'll get his invitation. Rich, your invitation's coming, brother. So, but Pro Blend, they actually were, they've been taking care of the athletes at the Phoenician Classic like every year. They always have some great. They always have some great protein samples, some great pre-workout samples as well. So they're gonna hook the athletes up this year again, but unfortunately, they won't be in attendance at the Phoenician Classic this year simply because they're moving locations. They're moving locations. They're moving from their current location in Chandler, and I think they're moving to a location in Mesa, Arizona. So I'll get a chance to check out their new location. Maybe I'll go live at their new location when they let me know when the protein samples for the athletes are available, and I'll go down there and pick them up, and then I'll get a chance to get a tour of the new location. So, man, so they won't be in attendance, but they're going to hook us up with the protein samples for the athletes bag, which is awesome. Totally awesome. And I totally get it. All right. So that's just been the kind of like the story of what's of this year's Phoenician Classic, man. It's just been a little roller coasters of ups and down roller coasters that's happening as far as with sponsors, and just changes, just life changes that's been kind of occurring. Couple of challenges that I've been running into with producing this year's Phoenician Classic is sponsors and patience, And it's so funny. I was just thinking about this as I'm reaching out to different sponsors, reaching out to different vendors, and just trying to see if some of the old ones want to come back. If not, then I'm reaching out to new ones to see exactly what all is entail, if they're going to provide a great service for the Phoenician Classic. And the reason why we're really picky about the vendors that's actually going to be at the Phoenician Classic. A, we want to make sure that we don't have two of the same kind of vendors at the Phoenician Classic. So that's why we're kind of picky about that. B, we want to make sure that it's just a right fit. It doesn't make any sense to have a vendor there that's not a right fit for the Phoenician Classic. It doesn't serve you guys. It's primarily about serving you and your family. So we want to make sure that we have vendors there that fit a dynamic in which you guys will be served. All right. So we're still on the hunt. We're looking for some unique stuff. We're still chit-chatting with a couple of different people. But, yeah, this year's sponsor's been a real challenge just because everybody's trying to recover and recoup from last year. So it's been a little bit of a challenge. It's kind of like, if you prepping for a show or you getting ready for a powerlifting meet, it's like, man, if you show prepping and you got like this 5 pounds to lose and it's just being stubborn. It just will not shake no matter what you try, no matter what you do. That scale will not move. All right, it's just that stubborn 5 pounds. If you drop it, boom, everything comes in crystal clear and you ready for show day. Well, right now, trying to find sponsors is right now, that is what it's like to try to find sponsors right now. It's like that stubborn 5 pounds. It's like, I know there's sponsors out there, and I know there's people that's willing to want to join forces with the Phoenician Classic. It's just being stubborn right now. It's just stubborn. It is truly stubborn. And then the other thing I've been, another challenge that I've been kind of dealing with, and inside this game of putting on the Phoenician Class this year, just patience. I'm out of practice, I am completely out of practice. Taking 1 year off, I am completely out of practice. I'm like a batter right now that hasn't been in the batting cage for at least a good 2-3 years, and I forgot how to swing. My timing's off. My all the things I utilize to be able to all the weapons and tools that I be able to utilize to speak to sponsors and speak to vendors is all off. My timing, everything just off. Like I can't tell the difference between a curveball and a fastball right now. So I'm having a little, my biggest challenge is just patience. I forgot how much patience I have to have in the process of putting on this show. We're 10 weeks out, and I still need to show a lot more patience with a lot more, even more patience than I had before. I have to show even more patience this year around to allow people to figure out what they're going to do and how they want to do it. What's going on, Noah? To see you popped in here, boss. So that's been my biggest challenge this year with putting on the Phoenician Classic. It's just patience. Like I gotta allow people to figure out what kind of move they're willing to make in order to be a sponsor or a vendor. So I get it. So I just forgot how much patience was involved. It was just, I think back to 2019 where we didn't even have this problem with sponsors or vendors. It was like, hey, we're putting on the show. This is what it is. People went to our website. They seen exactly like what kind of show we put on. They heard from other people what kind of quality the show was, and it was like, hey, heck yeah, put me on. I want to be on board. I want to do the Phoenician Classic I want to be involved simply because we see the type of quality of show that you guys put on. So that was the case, 2 years ago. Now, I forgot, right now, I honestly feel like I am brand new at this, and I'm reaching out. I'm starting over from scratch. Let's just put it this plain and simple. I'm starting over from scratch. So that's what it kind of feels like right now, starting over from scratch. And so I have to maintain patience and understand that I got to allow time to do its thing. Time will do its thing. Just like that stubborn 5 pounds came off, time. I allowed enough time to happen. Sponsors and vendors are going to show up. I'm not even worried about it. Just not. Really not. I'm really not, to be honest with you. So that's the currently thing that was going on with the Phoenician Classic. Right now, I'm in contact with a couple of different vendors right now just to see if everything's going to work out with them as far as if they're a good fit. And then if they're a good fit, I'll be announcing them. I will be announcing them if they're a great fit. I am still one of the primary vendors I'm really looking for. If you guys know of anybody, one of the primary things I'm looking for is a clothing designer. I want to be able to have one more clothing designer there in the lobby, so that way you guys can have some not just fitness related stuff, just some everyday clothing designer that's local here in Phoenix or in the Phoenix metropolitan area, that they can put their stuff on display and be able to let people see their designs and things like that. So, man, if you guys know anybody, send them my way. I would love to have a chat with them. So, other than that, we're 10 weeks away from the Phoenician Classic. Man, it's going to be another great show. We always aim to please. One thing I should cover real quick, because I get quite a few questions about it. Like, hey, what type of show is this? Is it going to be prejudge in the morning and then we got to come back in the evening, or is it a split show? Is it a 2-day show? What is it, a straight through format? Man, give me a rundown. So simply put, the Phoenician Classic is a straight through format. All right, straight through format. Doors open up at 9. Contest starts at 10. Athletes are on stage posing at 10. Then from 10 to 12, maybe 12:30 at the latest, we'll end prejudge, and then we will have lunch, live entertainment and lunch service happen at the intermission of the show. Intermission will last about hour and a half max. But during that intermission, we're gonna have a fashion show. We're gonna have some type of live entertainment. We had different types of live entertainment each year. One year we had a calisthenics group come on, set up their rig on stage, and they did calisthenic performance with the rig on stage. Another year we had a pole dancer. She set up her pole, and then she did 30 minutes of pole dancing on stage. And then 2019 we actually had an aerialist. She came up and hooked some cables from the booth and kind of rolled down off this cloth and doing aerial stuff in the air, while we had a fire breather on stage blowing fires and stuff. It was crazy. I felt like I was in Vegas. All right? It was insane. It was absolutely insane. They were really talented. So, each year we have some type of live entertainment. While this entertainment is happening, right, there's going to be a waiter that's going to come to your table, because each table is assigned seating. Each table is assigned seating. When you get your ticket to the Phoenician Classic, it is an assigned seat. So you'll get seated at your assigned seat, and then a waiter will come over, all right? And then he'll come over with a menu, and they're going to take your order, all right? They're going to take your order. They're going to go back in the back. There's a chef crew back there cooking things up, whipping things up for you guys. And then the waiter's going to come back out, blow, a meal, all right? Yes, right. You get a meal with you get a meal with live entertainment while you're waiting between prejudge and finals. And that's only an hour and a half max. I'm going to say an hour and 15 minutes. That's how long it lasts. That's how long the intermission is. About an hour and 15 minutes max. And then boom, once it's over with, we're rolling right into finals. We'll roll right into finals, which will be 1:32. Let's see here, 12:30. We're looking at 1:30. Roll right into finals, and roll right into finals, and then boom, we should wrap up around 4:35, 5 o'clock at the absolute latest. We should wrap up by 5 o'clock. All right. Finals will be over with by 5 o'clock, and then off to the after party for you guys go for the athletes. So that way you can get judges feedback from the judges, and actually get to sit and chit chat with the judges and get some feedback from them, so you can figure out what is your next plan of action moving forward, so that way you can improve your physique moving forward for your next shows. So that's the layout. I mean, it's a straight through format with a whole lot of sizzle and bang in between the prejudge and finals, and then with a little I call it like a little I call it like a little coffee and sweet tart at the end for or a nightcap, I should say, a little nightcap at the end when you meet the judges and get some judges feedback. All right, so it's a straight through format. Have you done by 5 o'clock? If you got other plans, man, it's Labor Day weekend. Go have fun. Go do it. You know, go live it up. Go live it up in Phoenix. There's plenty to do here. All right. But yeah, we'll have it done by 5 o'clock. All right. Straight through format. In and out. With some entertainment. You don't have to go anywhere to find food. We're not going to split you up. You know, come in the morning, disappear 6 hours, and then come back in the afternoon. Nah, we're not doing that. Boom. It's straight through. Get you in, get you out. Let you have the rest of your day. Let you have the rest of your evening to do what you want. Do what you need to do. All right. So that's the format. All right. That is the format. But yeah, other than that, that's about it, man. That's like, I just wanted to pop in here and give you guys a quick update. No interviews today. Didn't get a chance to set anything up. Yeah, that's it. So, man, if you got questions, concerns, complaints, please hit me in the DM or email me at phoenicianclassic@phoenicianclassic.com. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys may have. And looking forward to meeting some of you guys real soon. September 4th. If not sooner, at a couple other shows that I'll be at. All right, y'all. Be easy.